And welcome to another lesson of Coding Chamber. So today's lesson is going to be if statements. So without further ado, let's go into Eclipse. So let's make a new class and call it if statements. You can call the class anything. So let's do something. So obviously we'll create a main method first as usual. Let's create a method that does something with the if statement. Actually, first let's do something else. So int number equals 20. I'll show you the basic concept for if statement before we go into more complicated strategies of of practicing. So if number is greater than 10, then sys out number is will do a difference. Number is that much greater than 10. Everyone get that? And if the number is not greater than 10, the number is else statement. Number is minus number. Number is that much lower than 10. Let's do that for example. So what this basically means is if the number is greater than 10, then we want you to sys out the number is this much, meaning the number minus 10 is greater than 10. However, if the number isn't greater than 10, then the 10 minus the number just to see what the difference is. So let's press play. So 20 is 10 greater than 10. That's fine. That's 100% true. 20 is 10 greater than 10. Now let's do 7. 7 is 3 than 10. Sorry. 7 is 3 less than 10. Let's just fix up the... yeah, that's fine. So 7 is 3 less than 10. Now let's put 50 here. 50 is 40 greater than 10. Let's put 10 here. Does everyone understand the logic here? I'll write it down. So variable. You see, another thing I've done in this if statement is basically I've actually said to you that I've actually made it make sense. So rather than just saying number or just saying value or just saying it's correct, I've basically put in what is supposed to come out in real life if this problem was to occur on a medium level. So meaning the number is another logic here just to show how much less it is than 10. No, sorry, how much greater it is than 10 by minusing it from 10, and here I'm minusing the number. So let's try 0. 0 is 10 less than 10. Okay. Now I hope everyone understands this basic concept, and let's move on to something more complicated. Not completely complicated, but more complicated than this. So let's do public string name. String name if name dot equals. So here you can do a lot of different if statements when it comes to strings. Contains, contain equals, ends with, is blank, is empty. We'll do a few here actually. So is empty. If name is empty, then please enter a name. Okay, cool. Why is that having a problem? Yeah, we understand that. So we'll make this return. So name plus equals return name. So if the name's empty, please enter a name. So name's empty, please enter a name. Else, if name dot what should we use now? If name dot equals, I don't know, if name dot equals, let's give it something that most names have. So if name dot equals, if my name in there, for example, Sheran. If the name's equal to Sheran, then sys out coding chamber. And you know what? Let's give a shout out to someone who has been interesting to me recently. So else if name dot equals Zacchaeus. I hope I didn't get his name wrong. Sys out Innovec. Quite a smart lad, this young Zacchaeus. So return name. And let's do another one. So else if name dot equals, so let's just say the name doesn't equal any of them. Please enter another name. So now let's do this now. So sys out, because obviously we want to return something from this method. New if statements dot name. Let's start off with Zacchaeus. So is that going to work? It should print out Innovec and Zacchaeus. There we go, Innovec comes up. Now let's do me, so Sheran, and what comes out? Coding chamber. Now let's put in neither, so let's just put in I don't know, Steve. What does Steve give us? Please enter another name. Steve got rejected. So this is the basic concept of an if statement. It's basically a conditional statement, a decision-making system, if you would like to fit the shoe there. But it's very, very simple, and it's a very, very good way of fixing things. You know what? Let's go through another more advanced example. This thing is called a palindrome. So you know what? Let me make another class for it actually. So this is going to be a kind of a complex example. So keep your interest hat on. So I'll do it while writing and explaining what I'm doing. So first thing we do is create a public string palindrome. A palindrome, what it is basically, I'll write at the top here. A palindrome is a word which, when reversed, is the same as it is the right way round. For example, Bob. Bob is the same. Bob is the same whether you throw with the whether you make it forward or reverse. So string name. So how are we gonna do this? We'll do this in a very simple way. But I think this is the simplest way I can think of doing it. So all we're gonna first have to do is flip it over. So we'll do a string reversed equals empty if for int index equals name.length, name.length minus 1, index is greater or equal to 0, index minus minus, because we're going backwards down the we're going to go backwards down the name, so reversed plus equals name dot get character, name dot character at index, and then return name. Actually, no, return reverse, I think. No, I want to return if it's a palindrome or not. Oh yeah, I have to do an if statement after this, but let's just what practical software engineers do, and first we'll see if we're getting towards our goal before we make any drastic moves. So sys out new palindrome dot palindrome. Bob. Bow. Bob. Nothing's gonna happen because we're returning name, so let's return reverse now. And we have Bob, and we have Ob, which is good. So now we know what we're getting. So if reversed dot equals name, then you return this is a palindrome. I hope this works. Perfect. Else, there's only one other option for it not to be palindrome. Return this is not a palindrome. Palindrome. Okay. Now this is completely useless, so we'll remove that. So it can either be a palindrome or not. That's the only two conditions of this whole statement. So let's see if this works. So Bob is a palindrome, but Bob, this one is not going to be one. I'll tell you why. Because this backwards is lowercase b, uppercase b. Should I do it with no I'll do it so it's ignoring the case. Equals ignore case name. This is a palindrome. So let me explain to you how I did this. So first thing you have to do is open a empty string, so you can fill this with anything. Then index is equal, shall write in the below so that I have to write. So index is equal to the length of name minus 1. This is because it will make the string fall out of bounds because the loop will go too far. The index has to be equal to or greater than 0 because we want it to stop there. It goes in reverse because it goes name.length. Let's say in this case it's going to be Bob, so it'd be 3, 2, 1. 0, then it'll stop there. Then reversed equals reversed plus name dot character at index this loops and so refers to every character within the string. So in this case, BOB. Cool. Hope you understand that. Now obviously this one, you can only do this with two strings, and these are both strings, so it works. So equals only works between two strings. So the trick of the game is this: if you want to ever use equals, and turn whatever you're using into strings. We return that, and we return. This is a palindrome. This is basically one of the common questions asked in interviews. But you see the 3 steps I took to get it. So first I knew that I need they're gonna need a name. Then I knew I'm gonna need a reversed. A reversed is basically another string, because I'm gonna have to compare them both at the end, and then I did the logic in between. So I planned the beginning and the end. Well, obviously not in front of you, but in my head I planned the beginning and the end, and then I did the logic in the middle, because that way it can only go the way you want it to go. But anyway, that's how you do a palindrome, and that's an if statement. So if people want to, I could do a lesson on how to smash the coding interview, but that's basically, I'll do it only if it's popular demand. But anyway, everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week on another lesson of Java programming basics. I think next week I'll do switch statements. Yeah, that'll be a good idea. Thank you for watching. Thank you.